There are 7 wrestlers that perfectly represent the 7 deadly sins, and we'll be talking about all of them starting with the sin of lust. Lust, a primal force, finds its perfect match at Dominic Mysterio. His interactions with Liv Morgan are like a neon sign flashing lust, but it's more than just physical attraction. So what does Dominic desire most? A, pleasure, B, power, C, attention, D, all of the above. If you pick D, you're right. Dominic's character craves all of it. Pleasure, power, attention, and the validation that comes with it. His dynamic with Liv Morgan is more than a relationship. It's a game of desire and ambition as he navigates the line between attraction and strategy. But Dominic's lust goes deeper. It's not just about who he's with, but what they represent. Whether it's Rhea Ripley or Liv Morgan, he's always chasing emotional validation, power, and career advancement. This isn't just a love triangle. It's a spectacle of human desire, with Dominic center stage, torn between ambition and attraction. How far will Dominic's lust for power, pleasure, and validation take him? And at what cost? Pride. The sin of believing you're better than everyone else. It's thinking you're the greatest, and making damn sure everyone knows it. When it comes to pride, Roman Reigns is the perfect example. For over 1,000 days, this tribal chief has reigned as Universal Champion. That's not just a title reign, it's a dynasty. Roman doesn't just think he's the best, he knows it, and he demands you know it too.
Acknowledge me.
Even his own family, the Usos, must bow to his will. Because in Roman's world, he's not just the champion, he's the head of the table. Every win, every defense, it's all about Roman. Other wrestlers' accomplishments? Please. In his mind, they're just footnotes in the epic saga of Roman Reigns. But here's the thing about pride. It's a double-edged sword. In WWE, no one stays on top forever. Roman's pride has fueled his rise, but for how long? Will it keep him at the pinnacle of WWE? Or will it be the crack in his armor that brings the tribal chief crashing down?
Acknowledge me.
Wrath. It's not just anger, it's rage that consumes you, hatred that drives you, the burning desire for vengeance. And in the world of WWE, one man embodies wrath like no other: Vincent Kennedy McMahon. As WWE's iron-fisted ruler, Vince's temper is legendary. Cross him and you don't just lose a match, you might lose your career. We've seen Vince's wrath explode on our screens for decades. But behind the scenes, that's where it really burns. Firings on a whim, public humiliations, you stepped out of line, Vince made sure you paid the price. But Vince's wrath reached its boiling point in 1997, the Montreal Screwjob. Bret Hart, leaving for WCW, refused to drop the WWE Championship. Vince's response? A shocking betrayal live on pay-per-view. It was Vince's wrath in its purest form. Protect what's his, no matter the cost. But even someone like Vince couldn't escape the consequences of his own actions forever. Wrath, it's a fire that can burn the one who wields it. In 2023, Vince's empire came crashing down. A sex trafficking scandal forced him out of WWE, the very company he built. For decades, Vince McMahon's wrath ruled WWE with an iron fist. In the end, it led to his own spectacular fall. Wrath might bring control, but it leaves only destruction in its wake. In wrestling, as in life, those consumed by wrath often meet the most bitter ends. Gluttony. It's not just overeating, it's excess taken to the extreme. A hunger that can never be satisfied. In the wild world of WWE, one man took gluttony to a whole new level: Bastion Booger. Brace yourselves, folks. This isn't just a wrestler, it is gluttony personified. From his ring gear that left nothing to the imagination, to his in-ring antics that left audiences gasping, sometimes gagging, Bastion Booger was excess incarnate. This guy didn't just wrestle, he feasted. Before matches, during matches, after matches, Booger was always chowing down. Fans couldn't forget his signature move, the trip to the Batcave, which perfectly captured his gross and gluttonous character. Bastion Booger's WWE run was short, but boy was it memorable. He showed us just how far the sin of gluttony could go in pro wrestling. In the end, Bastion Booger's over-the-top gluttony made him stand out, but it also cut his WWE career short. He came, he saw, he consumed, and then he was gone. Bastion Booger, cautionary tale of what happens when gluttony runs wild in the squared circle. Sloth. The sin of laziness, of not giving a damn. In wrestling, it should be a death sentence. But for one man, it was a superpower. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the king of couldn't care less, Orange Cassidy. In a world of high-energy superstars, Cassidy is well, barely there. Those lazy kicks are not a warm-up. That's the main event, folks. His opponents are baffled. The fans, they're losing their minds, because in the land of Orange Cassidy, less isn't just more, less is everything. Those kicks wouldn't hurt a fly. He's not tired, he's not hurt, he's just can't be bothered. But when you think you've got him figured out, bam! The sloth becomes a cheetah for about 3 seconds, then it's right back to not caring because why waste the energy? Orange Cassidy isn't just embracing sloth, he's revolutionizing it. In a world that demands 110%, Cassidy's given 10% on a good day. Envy is the desire for what others have. In WWE, few stories of envy are more memorable than Owen Hart's. He had the skills, the charisma, the Hart family pedigree, but something was missing. Recognition, glory, the adoration that seemed to come so easily to his older brother. WrestleMania 10, brother vs. brother, David vs. Goliath. The world watched in shock as little brother toppled big brother. But was it enough? Owen's envy pushed him to new heights. High-flying moves, intense promos, championship gold, yet the shadow remained, always there, always pushing. Envy made Owen Hart great, but at what cost? In the end, Owen's greatest battle wasn't in the ring, it was within himself. Greed. It's not just wanting more, it's believing that everything and everyone has a price. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the personification of greed, the $1 million man, Ted DiBiase. In a world of larger-than-life characters, DiBiase stood out by flaunting the almighty dollar. Watch closely. That's not just cash he's throwing around, that's power, that's control, that's greed incarnate. For Ted, winning wasn't about skill or strength, it's about how deep your pockets were. But for a man consumed by greed, even WWE's top titles weren't enough. Behold the $1 million championship. A title so greedy, DiBiase had to create it himself. The fans hated it, the other wrestlers envied it, and Ted, he basked in it all. Bribes, schemes, humiliations, nothing was off limits in DiBiase's pursuit of more. He didn't just want to win, he wanted to own you, body and soul. In the end, Ted DiBiase proved one thing. In a world driven by greed, money isn't just everything. It's the only thing. The $1 million man, Ted DiBiase, wrestling's ultimate lesson in the price of greed.